Hi, thanks for joining me in this video. This video, I'll be discussing visitor visa applications. Pretty much everyone is eligible to apply for a visitor visa application. However, the strength of your documents will determine if your application is going to be successful or if the officer might lean towards a refusal. What the officers look for when they look at approving a visitor visa application is, what is your purpose of travel? Why are you coming to Canada? Who are you staying with while you're in Canada? How long do you plan on staying in Canada? Do you have the financial documentation to prove that you can support yourself in Canada? So let's say, for example, if you decide to stay for 2 weeks, your financial document should be different than, let's say, if you decide to stay for 3 months. And a lot of clients ask me, what's the minimum that I should have in my bank account? And really, there is no such thing. The officers look at these applications holistically. So you might not have good financial documents, but your inviter might have strong financial documents. You may only want to stay in Canada for 2 weeks versus somebody else might be able to want to stay for 4 months. So depending on your purpose of travel, your inviter's documentation, there will be differences in what I would recommend is the magical number. I do recommend that the rule of thumb I apply for every week that you want to stay in Canada, just say $1,000. So for example, if you want to stay 2 weeks, have a bare minimum of $2,000 in your bank account. If you want to stay 4 weeks, then $4,000. Again, it's not really something that you'll find on CIC. It's just something that, as a rule of thumb, I recommend to my clients. Also, what the officers look at is the purpose of your travel. Why do you need to come to Canada, and who are you planning to see and visit? And this is important. So if your purpose is to, let's say, see friends and family, I always recommend that you include some sort of schedule, some sort of itinerary, some sort of plan to say, I intend to see this person on this date, I intend to see CN Tower on this date. Any reservations that you can make in advance would be advisable, again, not necessary, but just so that the officer can understand what your true intentions are during the couple of weeks that you intend to stay. More than this, I believe the most important set of documents are your documents back home, which is your ties to your home country. This is absolutely essential. The officer not just want to know why are you coming and can you support yourself while you're here, but they really want to ensure that after your visit, you intend to exit. And what do you have back home to go home to? So employment letter would be important, for example. If you're leaving family behind, whether it's a spouse or a child, that would be important to include. Property, investments, any ties that you may have. Now, a lot of clients, because depending on where you're from around the world, you might not have a lot of documents. If you don't have employment, or you have employment, but let's say it's cash money, you really just have to be honest and explain to the officer. They're very understanding, and they know that different parts of the world, deal with documentation differently. And so long as you really are honest and upfront and try to give as much explanation and supporting documentation to the officer, it can lead towards an approval. And just again, if your documents are on the weaker side, don't ask for the full 6 months, just ask for less. And keep in mind, if you ask for less, you most likely will be entitled to an extension of a visitor visa once you come inside Canada. So don't just go, oh, I want to stay full 6 months and your documents are weak, because then your chances are high for the refusal. Ask for less with the intention of potentially filing for a visitor visa extension once you're inside Canada. If you're looking at submitting a visitor visa application or have a family member that you wish to bring over, do give me a call. Let me look at your documents and talk to you and tell you the right way to submit such an application. Thank you. Until next time.